likes getting stung by mosquitoes, right? You're having a cookout, you're having a barbecue, kids are out there, everybody's having a good time, and all of a sudden it gets that time of day. Mosquitoes are everywhere, right? So what do? You reach for every kind of spray, all kinds of stuff, this, you try to, maybe you hire somebody to come spray your yard. The best solution is DynaTrap, okay? I've had one of these for years. I don't have a big property. I actually have the half acre, even though we only have a quarter acre property. And I gotta tell you, it makes all the difference in the world. It wins the battle. You're never gonna kill them all, but what you wanna do is you wanna control the population in your yard. People don't realize that mosquitoes especially are territorial. They never really go past that little half acre, quarter acre of where they live because they don't have a long life. So they got to sting as much as they can, live as long as they can. And the females, they can lay up to 200 eggs every time they lay an egg, right? Or every time they do that, right? 200 eggs. So think about it. What I have available for you at birthday pricing, all right, is I have the quarter or the half acre down here, and I have the full acre. So if you're confused about the property size, you can always get 2 half acres if you would like to, okay? Put one in the front yard, one in the backyard. Remember, you want to put these far away from where you're going to be hanging out. So you want to put them off in the, 30, 40 yards away because you want the insects to be attracted to it. And they do that in a better way because they use the UV light, which insects are attracted to, not just flies and mosquitoes, but bees, things like that, hornets, bugs that, you really don't want at your picnic. They're gonna work on it. And they also give off CO2, which our bodies do, so they replicate people and they go to it instead of you. All right? Free shipping on this. Peter Cullen's gonna come out. He's gonna tell us all about it. You and I aired this the other day.
Yeah.
And it's not too late in the season, all right? Because
definitely not.
depending on where you live, mosquitoes go all the way through September, October,
50 degrees.
Yeah.
So if it's above 50 degrees, you're gonna have those biting insects. So in Florida, it's a lot of the time during the year. But again, several more months to go, kind of no matter where you live, and that's why it's not too late. And maybe you're out there and you've experienced some of these days being outside. Guy and I talked about the 4th of July, if you wanted to be out there and enjoy fireworks, but you were forced back in the house because of those biting insects. And maybe it's not everyone in the family, but there's usually one person in the family that's getting bit the most. Well, and if you tried every other method, you've got to check out the DynaTrap. They have put together the best technology with the least amount of maintenance, with the least amount of additional expense that you have to do. You're going to put this out in your yard, and it's going to do something different than a lot of those other methods. What we're going to do, Guy, and I know you know this, is we're going to reduce the population of those biting insects in your yard, because we're not zapping, we're going to be trapping them in here, and we're trapping those biting insects, which are the females, which, as you said, they're the ones that are reproducing. So if we can bring them in and we can catch an additional female every day, and we're trapping them in here, now you're not building up that huge population of biting insects. For me in Florida, it's mosquitoes. So here's what we're doing. We're going to have, do I have this bad boy on right here? No, let's turn it on. There it is.
There you go. Is it on? Is there power on? Okay.
We'll get some power.
Yeah, we'll get some power on here. I'm just trying to.
But we can talk about that. We can talk about how it works. It's all about the blue LED bulb, and we'll turn it on. You'll see those LEDs. It's that perfect temperature that they're attracted to. There's that bulb. Best bulb they've ever done. It's been improved to attract more and different types of biting insects. This bulb alone will last 27 straight months, which I think is incredible. But that's what's bringing them in. Again, science, technology to attract those mosquitoes. And then what you're seeing there is the fan is pulling them down in that collection basket, and that's where they stay. So it's an easy technology that works, meaning when I say it's easy, that there's not going to be any chemicals, there's not going to be any odors, there's very little noise. And then the second part of this is it's going to run 24 hours a day. So when you're sleeping, trapping mosquitoes. There's that bulb, look at that. And when you're at work, we're going to be trapping mosquitoes. So when it's time to go outside, no preparation needed. You don't have to light candles and torches. You don't have to put the spray on the kids. Just go outside, because we've been trapping mosquitoes and other biting insects 24 hours straight.
Here's the different types of bugs that it works on, by the way. As we said, not just gnats and mosquitoes and flies, but it works on wasps. It works on hornets, even moths, right? Japanese beetles, all right? All kinds of various flies. Things I don't even know what they are, but you've probably seen them outside. And I'm telling you, the key to a really relaxing summer and even into fall is to get one of these. And remember, the bulbs are going to last year after year after year because most of you, if you have a winter, you're not going to have your DynaTrap on in the wintertime. But remember, when you have it now, you want to keep it on all the time because mosquitoes are out all night and they're around all day. I can walk into my backyard in the middle of the afternoon, early in the day, and I can see mosquitoes coming after me, all right?
Exactly.
And it can destroy a cookout, it can destroy a barbecue, it destroys your summer. I mean, Danny's girlfriend won't even step outside on our porch after 5 o'clock. She goes, I can't.
Because she knows
and the
it's so
mosquitoes
bad.
eat me alive.
Yeah.
This is a way to control it.
Exactly. And so the cool thing about it is when you combine this technology where we're bringing them in with the heat, the light, we're also producing that carbon dioxide by heating up that titanium plate, and then the fan drawing them in. Great technology. Then we can combine it with how we're going to use it. And what we're going to do is we're not going to put this right on the picnic table out back where we're enjoying dinner. We're going to put this DynaTrap 30 to 40 feet away. So we're drawing those biting insects away from you. That's where we're going to trap them. If we can put it 3 to 6 feet off the ground, that's the best way to do it. And as I mentioned a moment ago, so important is when you get yours home, put it in that spot, and then run it 24 hours a day. So it's constantly working to do what those other methods can't do, and that's reduce the population in your yard. If you're spraying, if you're lighting candles and torches, you're letting the mosquitoes and biting insects come close, and then you're hoping we can push them away so you can enjoy being outside. But what if there were ultimately fewer biting insects in your yard? That's what this is going to do. This has that large basket at the bottom. That's where we're going to trap all those mosquitoes, all those biting insects. It has the one-touch bottom emptying. You know, there's so many methods out there where, and I've done all of these, guys, because I have a really difficult problem. And before the DynaTrap, it was, we've got to buy more bait. I got to remember to put something out there every 2 weeks. Every 30 days you have to do this. Not with the DynaTrap. Look at that.
Turn it on, leave it.
You leave it, it's away from where you're enjoying the outdoors, and it's doing its job. I suggest when you get it home, maybe after a week, go in that collection basket and just have a look.
Hey.
To prove it to yourself that it's working.
Show everybody what you brought. I want you to look at this.
I travel with these
Some
bugs.
people may want to look away because this is disgusting.
It's not so bad.
But these are real bugs.
Yeah.
How long?
This was 2 weeks. This was a suburb of Chicago a couple years ago. So yeah, I've had these bugs for a couple of years.
2 weeks.
But again, just to give you an example of what this is like, in weeks, how many mosquitoes and biting insects and
you can
everything.
see all the wings and the little moths and all that. I mean, they're starting to fall apart, but this is the kind of stuff you can expect. And a lot of you live in areas where it's worse. If you live near water or a lake or a pond, right? I mean, you're gonna get exponentially more, right? You're gonna get so many. So this is how it works.
Yeah, exactly. It's all about that UV LED light. And remember, the best light they've ever done. 27 straight months. If you live in some areas up north, that could be 4 summers that you're not gonna have to replace anything. So the light's bringing them in. We're producing that carbon dioxide, which is also drawing them in. And then if they get too close, the fan is what pulls them down. And then you can see that damper is what's making sure they don't go back out.
Right, they can't get out.
Right, one-touch emptying, which is brand new. This is the latest model. We've never had that before, so easy emptying. So again, to me, this is the perfect way to take back the outdoors and enjoy your summer. So if it was a week ago or a couple of days ago and you just were not satisfied or enjoying being outside, grab one of these because it just works. And imagine if you didn't have to look at it for months at a time. I mean, imagine how many bugs we can fit in there. You wouldn't have to look at it for so long. You will know it's working. There's nothing to replace until you replace that bulb over 2 years from now, and that's if you're running it continuously.
Yeah.
So it's just, the technology is great. There's no odors, there's no noise, there's nothing to replace.
No maintenance.
You will love being outside when there's fewer and fewer mosquitoes and other biting insects every day.
If you don't know what size, I would always err on the larger one because it's just gonna attract more, so you're gonna get rid of them. But I do have the half-acre. That's the one it's about half the size. You see it down there on the bottom. So if you don't have a big yard like me, I have a half-acre, works perfect. If you have a larger yard, you can get a big one. Or if you want to get 2 of the halves, you can put one in the front and one in the back. By the way, if you want to get 20% off, if you use the app, or if you have the app, the HSN app, I got it right here on my phone right there. If you use this app, we'll take another 20% off. That's a big deal. That's $27 off the large one, right? So you can get it at a discount. That ends tonight. All you have to do is scan that code very, very easily to be able to do it. Peter, great job.
No, thank you.
Thank you,
Appreciate
buddy.
it, Guy.
All right, my
Enjoy
man.
being outside.
Yeah, well, you can do that when you got that. It's easy. All right, come on over with me.